Well, Cowboys Nation, uh, yeah. Well, how y'all doing this morning? I'm just laying here thinking about last night's game against the 49ers, man. All I can say is I was blown away by what I saw, and it's just surreal because I know everybody counts out the Cowboys. They just, oh, they're the Cowboys, and it's always just talk about the Cowboys. Some good and mostly bad. And last night it was bad. And it shouldn't have been that way because if you look at the score and if you look at how the 49ers scored, okay, then we should have won that game. We should be going to the Super Bowl. That's right. Because we would have taken care of the Eagles, and you know that. Y'all know what it is. Okay. But, it's always should have, would have, could have. We're back at that again. So, what went wrong? Everybody's pointing the finger at the coaches. Dak. At least they're not pointing the finger at the defense and have some sense to know that the defense worked their behinds off. Heck, even Maher came through. Okay, yeah, go Maher, you know. Now, there were some issues with Dak. Every time Dak throws an interception, he's going to hear it. And yes, interceptions are a problem because I'm going to tell you why his interceptions was a problem last night. Excuse me, y'all. I'm a, I'm just gonna tell you, you know, because I know we got our quarterbacks back, and I'm glad he came back. But I'm gonna tell you what the problem was last night. Dak, when he's under pressure, like lots of pressure, he he freezes. He can't execute as well under pressure. Okay. Now I know y'all gonna say last week, oh yeah, we got rid of the goat. You know, we finally beat Tom Brady, and yeah, um, for some reason there was not a lot of pressure with the Bucks. Tom Brady was having a bad night. I don't know what it was, but yeah, we beat Tom Brady. But the 49ers, we knew they were a tough team coming in. Everybody's like, oh, Brock Purdy, oh, the rookie and all of that. And, oh, we got this and all of that. This was a tough team. And I'm going to tell you another reason why it was a tough team. And I know y'all going to say, oh, here they go again talking about the refs. But yeah, the refs for some reason favor the 49ers. And most teams, most fans, and most players will be the first to tell you that when they play them, they get unfair treatment with them. Now, you can say that we had missed opportunities, but we also had missed opportunities because the refs felt the need to make some calls. And I'm not saying that we didn't do anything, but they just seemed to, holding on this and holding on that, just little small things that help push them back. Now, we did have our own penalties. I'm not sitting up here saying we ain't do anything wrong, but y'all know what it is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's be real. We've been watching the NFL for decades, many of us, okay? Not even years, but decades, okay? And I've been a Dallas Cowboys fan for over 30 plus years, okay? And that's a long time. And it's about that long that we've been to a Super Bowl. 28 years, okay? And we thought this year was our year. So what happened, you know? You can't really expect someone to go to a Super Bowl if they can't play against an aggressive team. And San Fran is in the AFC and they just aggressive. The NFC seems to be a little cupcake-ish, and that's their downfall. Okay, our whole division was in the playoffs. Okay, and Washington was the first to get taken out. But that's an amazing thing because we always were, the worst division in the NFL. And, you know, but our season was pretty good. I think we did very well considering that Dak got hurt the first game against Tampa and Cooper Rush came through, and everybody thought, "Oh yeah, our season's over." But to make it to the playoffs and beat Tom Brady in the playoffs, that's great. I'm not gonna complain about that, but I am complaining because I know we could have gone all the way. When I looked at who we were playing, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I know San Fran is hard, but we can beat them because our defense played their butts off." And, it's not fair that they work hard and the offense can't seem to deliver. Okay. So, oh, excuse me, that's my noisy neighbor. So, um, okay, let me get back to my thoughts. Okay. So, it's not fair that our defense works their butt off year after year to be disappointed year after year. And the defense, everybody comes that, if the defense makes one little mistake or whatever, or they do something, but no, I'm sorry, that because everybody coming at Diggs, so he should have caught that. Oh, that's the contributing factor. No, the defense was tired. They were on the field for a very long time. The offense was barely on the field and barely did anything. Okay. So to say that, it was on the defense, Diggs, that was a contributing factor, I disagree. You have to understand that the defense was on the field, you know, for the whole second half of the game, and they're tired. Like when we got the ball back, we gave it right back to them with turnovers or something or flags. Okay. And so, you know, just a lot of missed opportunities. Um, People freezing when they're playing an aggressive team. You have to match the energy of the team that you're playing. On some teams, you can play soft or whatever, but when you're playing a team like San Fran, you can't come out here with no softness. And that's the downfall of our offense. The defense matched it because, they got sacks on Purdy. He's a rookie, so he made his own mistakes, but they weren't costly. He didn't make mistakes enough to cost them the game. Actually, we helped them win the game with our turnovers and flags. And, we did have some penalties, but then also the refs helping them. So I think we should just go into these games thinking we're going to have to play the refs and with certain teams, okay? Because they favor certain teams, and they do. But I don't know if this is an order from up, higher up, Commissioner Goodell. I'm not no conspiracy theorist, but I don't know if they have to, do certain things to, because of Goodell's agenda, order, or whatever. I don't know what's going on here, but it's not just our team. It's just I noticed that you watching, like when you just watching football, people watch games other than the games. It's just football is the American pastime. Like, on a Monday night, you just want to watch Monday Night Football, even if your team ain't playing, or you just watch the, football because it's fun and you just want to watch it, right? So you watching all these teams and you're watching, you're just, you can just see across the league that some teams look like they just came out of flag football or something like that. And then the week before that, they were balling. So I don't know. They lost energy. They forgot how to play. I mean, like, if you think about it, look at our team. What in the world happened from last week? And Schultz, I mean, I love Schultz. I'm not here to bash any of my team members, but Schultz had a brain freeze and he caught the ball and he didn't drag his feet. I know y'all saw that. That was a contributing factor. We were already downfield. We probably could have got this touchdown and tied the game at least and go into overtime, something. But, then at the end, Dak was supposed to throw a Hail Mary to try to do something, and he threw it in the center of the field to CeeDee Lamb, and they were standing right behind CeeDee Lamb, and they just, plumaged him, and that was it, and the game was over. So, lots of missed opportunities. People have enough blame to pass around. I just think that there was some missed calls. I don't know who was calling the game. But Jerry Jones apologized to the fans and said that he was sorry for letting us down, or for, in the locker room, there's a lot of sick, he mentioned there's a lot of sick feelings, and he knows the fans have a lot of sick feelings, and yeah, I'm just disgusted. I'm disgusted because I know that our team is talented. Everybody counts us out and everybody says that, oh, we suck and all of this stuff. But, I just don't know why they don't have the confidence in themselves. Outside of the defense, I don't know what's wrong with the offense. And I do know that Dak does have some issues with anxiety. He had some problems. He openly admits that he has anxiety. They need to help him with that. If they want him to succeed, he says he's getting help. He says he's a mental health advocate. I don't know. I can't tell you anything too much. But I'm not making excuses. I know when people have mental problems, if you're having problems with family, like for instance, Aaron Rodgers, I'm just going to put it out there. He had family issues and that affected his play. Tom Brady had issues with his wife that affected his play. If you think these people somehow are like brick houses and they, just because they're professional athletes, that they don't have feelings and they don't have, issues because they have a lot of money, then you're sadly mistaken. You're just don't understand human beings. They are in a position, a high paying position, but they're still human beings. So, I mean, it was just really, I knew when I saw Dak playing, he just looked like a deer in headlights. It's just really the same thing that we see, whenever he has to play hard opponents. And I knew going in again that the opponent that, the 49ers don't come to play. They're in the AFC and you're going to have to match the energy of the people that you're playing with. That's something they're going to have to learn. I don't know what's going to happen in the off season, who's going to stay, who's going to go. But I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of free agents just walk, because how much more are they going to put up with, being on a team that just seems to make excuses for their, the mediocrity. We were right there. This is what, if we didn't have a chance of winning, then I wouldn't be upset about this. But I knew, and considering the score and considering how the 49ers scored, I mean, y'all watch this game. They did. It's not like they creamed us, and the scores that they got is because we helped them get them with the two turnovers and our penalties. So we helped them win this game. That means they didn't win the game on their own. So therefore, we should have won this game. And that's what I'm mad about. Okay. I don't get it. I don't understand it. You know, you were coming against a team, the playoffs. I mean, they got Kittle, they got McCaffrey on their offense, they got Purdy. Purdy might be a rookie, but he can deliver. Okay, and they had, Debo Samuel. Okay, first they started out slow. They probably were reserving their energy because in the second half, they came out here. They knew that our defense was tired because the offense didn't do nothing. So they played us. Okay, they knew coach. Their coach was Shanahan. He knew how to play the Cowboys because he knew exactly what was happening on the field. Where Mike McCarthy doesn't seem to have any awareness. He just stands there like a lump on a log. I don't care, are you Mike McCarthy stands and all the Packers fans out there, I'm sure they are with me because my daughter, actually, we are in the same household, but she is a Packers fan and I'm a Cowboys fan, but we support one another except when we are playing each other. So yeah, that's the rivalry of football. But yes, she is a Packers fan and she knows all the inside information about Mike McCarthy. Now, Mike McCarthy is a nice person. He's a veteran coach and all of that. Even went to the Super Bowl as an assistant coach, by the way. He wasn't the head coach at the time when they won the Super Bowl, but he did go to the Super Bowl and won a Super Bowl. So he has that all under his belt. Yet he can't seem to get us there. For 3 years, 3 years, people, he has been our coach. Okay. We don't need another Jason Garrett situation. Okay. So for 3 years, he has been the coach. And then here we got Jerry Jones saying we ain't making no change. We didn't hear that from Stephen Jones. Okay. So Jerry Jones will say stuff. He said the same thing when he was getting ready to get rid of Jason Garrett. Oh yeah, we're Jason Garrett is our man. So I wouldn't be surprised to see if Mike McCarthy won't go. But then again, I expect, the same old mediocrity, and I expect it. But hey, if they get rid of him, that would be a wonderful surprise. I'm thinking Sean Payton, hey, offer Tony Romo something, he got so much knowledge, so much knowledge. Offer him a great package and make him the head coach. I'm thinking Deion Sanders, you know, definitely, even Dan Quinn, elevate him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you want, I don't even know if Jerry Jones is really on the up and up. I don't know. It's been 28 years. I don't think he even wants to win a Super Bowl. If you ask me, I think it's all a farce because he he either don't know what he's doing or he's just comfortable making all that money. I don't know what it is, but our team deserves better than that. Everybody's throwing everybody under the bus. Dak is this, doing that, but when he's delivering and balling, then we play some tough teams. But when it comes to the playoffs, this is a different type of game. You can't come in here with no cupcake mentality, with no mediocrity, no, oh, we beat this person last week, so hey, we good. You got to play each team the way they play. You understand? You play the GOAT and you beat the GOAT because the GOAT wasn't really acting like himself anyway, if you ask me. But hey, you matched the energy, y'all won. But when it came to the 49ers, it was like, for some reason, like deer in headlights, frozen. The O-line did a great job though, protecting Dak. He just didn't get, the weapons. And their defense, the defense was really on like you supposed to be, but they got away with a little bit of pass interference, if you ask me. Nevertheless, that catch by CD Lamb, y'all know the one where there was much pass interference and he caught it. Yes. So, shout out to, the catches, actually, Dak had a great individual night, and that's usually what he does. If you check his stats, I want y'all to check his stats. Okay, he had a great individual night, but we needed him to complete the game like he did last week with Tom Brady. Because if you can't advance on your individual scores, okay, this is a team effort. So I just really wish that he would have executed a lot better. I don't know. I think the defense actually outplayed the offense. I'm talking about the 49ers, because the two interceptions that he got, the defense was watching. I think CD Lamb got cucked because the defense, I don't know the player, I really don't, but he came. If y'all know him, y'all can put it in the comments or whatever. But he came around CD Lamb and grabbed the ball before he could, and CD Lamb standing there like, what? you know, what is going on here? So it was, there was a lot of takeaways there, and that we could have done a lot better. I think it's just when we play aggressive teams, and this is the playoffs. It's go big or go home, and that's what they failed to do. I mean, with Tom Brady, that was a great feat, to beat the GOAT. That was great, but you got to move on. You have to get past this giant. You have to get past this Goliath now, because the 49ers are not a scrub team. They are very aggressive, and they have the refs on their side. So even people know that when you play certain teams, you have to play the refs, okay? And don't draw flags. I know they got angry. Also, what happened with Pollard, I cannot not say, I have to say something about what happened with Pollard. And I ask y'all to keep him in your thoughts and prayers, and prayers up for him, because Erin Andrews, the reporter on the sidelines, she mentioned that the 49ers had made a comment that they were targeting Pollard before this game started. And I just felt like they took him out deliberately. Maybe even some bounty stuff going on there, because the way this man landed on his leg, I pray that his leg's not broken, okay? But I'm just praying for him. Our season is over, so he'll have plenty of time to recover, and I hope that he will recover, because I don't know what kind of fall that was on top of his leg, but it just looked really, really deliberate. I don't think it was coincidental. I don't think it was accidental. I think they deliberately target him. And that's the type of team that the 49ers are, and for the commissioner to allow stuff like that to happen and just turn the other cheek and act like it's not happening. Yeah, this is why, this commissioner Goodell is very questionable with his, he comes off as some, oh, he's just like this. I care about the players. I care about the teams. I care about this NFL. And now he cares about his agenda, his power, business, how much money he's going to make. That's what Goodell cares about. And I'm going to put it out there. If y'all can't see that, then open your eyes, okay? Yeah. So I really, I'm not going to rant too much about it. I just wanted to put my take on it. We could have and should have won that game last night. And those are my take. That's my take on what I believe happened. Even Mara came through, struggling for the last games. I don't know what was happening with him, but he came through. And then we didn't come through. So, it's got to be complimentary. And when you're playing aggressive teams in the playoffs, if you are planning on going to the Super Bowl, I guess we'll see some of our players in the Pro Bowl. That's the best they're going to get. And not all of our team gets to go to the Pro Bowl. So they only select certain people, okay? You know, you get called up if the players that perhaps are advanced to the Super Bowl, then they have to be replaced. Then maybe you'll get a call. But that's wonderful that they have that for the players so they can recognize individual players at least, because it's really messed up that your team didn't make it to the Super Bowl or make it to the playoffs even, but you get to be recognized as an individual. And the NFL honors, I'm glad that at least the players will get recognized individually, because there are a lot of players that get cucked because they're on a team that just can't deliver. And at this point, I wouldn't be upset if our defense would just go to another team, because our defense has worked their butts off and they get disappointed every freaking year. It's been 28 years. 28, okay? 28 years that we have been to a Super Bowl. And I know people are like, oh, cry me a river. We haven't been for 50 years. We never went. I don't care. I feel for you. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say it like that, but I don't care. If y'all are happy with your team never going to a Super Bowl, then you should be making a video like this. I don't think that we should have to sit here as fans and put up with this crap. We expect more from this. At least we don't expect you to go every year, but dag, okay? It's been 28 years, and I hear you. There's people who never went to a Super Bowl. I feel for you, okay? Because that's the whole goal, is for every team, every fan wants their team to go to the Super Bowl at least once in their careers, or once in like I said, I've been a fan for 30 plus years, okay? 30 plus years, and we haven't gone to the Super Bowl for 28 years. Okay, you want to see something, okay? And this was our moment. We had to struggle to get to the playoffs, okay? Thought we wasn't even going to get into the playoffs. Thanks to the Giants winning, we got in. Okay, all right, the Giants won and we got in, okay? So, and then the Giants were in, and then they got knocked out last week or whatever. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just, we'll see what the Eagles do. Are they going to be the last man standing in our division? We don't know, because they're playing the 49ers. So, I don't know what's going to happen. But our division did pretty well because we had all four of our teams in the playoffs. Okay, so that's a good thing, We didn't win the division this year either, but considering we were very close, we were 12-5. So I think that's a good record still. And it's just a big disappointment, even with Dak out and Cooper Rush stepping in, those are great feats, okay? Because I expected once Dak was out, I was like, okay, it's over, Cooper Rush delivered. Okay, he couldn't beat the Eagles, but they didn't prepare him to play the Eagles. Okay, he never played the Eagles before. Mike McCarthy thought, oh, he was winning. He won all these games. Oh, he can take care of the Eagles. Okay, and Jalen Hurts was well, and he was playing. And they had all their players, and you stuck Cooper Rush in there. Great. And Mike McCarthy is the one who has to make these decisions, and this is what I'm talking about, okay? If it would have been someone like Sean Payton, he would have never made those decisions like that. He would have brought Dak back, because Dak said he was good. Funny how when Cooper Rush lost against the Eagles, oh, Dak is good, even though he was scheduled not to come back for another 2 weeks. So this is exactly what I'm talking about, okay? So y'all can stand Mike McCarthy all you want. Y'all can stand mediocrity. See, let's not forget before I go that Mike McCarthy, during his welcome, when he first signed his contract, and during his welcome conference, press conference. He was joking that he got a job and he don't even know how to do his job. And you should have seen Stephen Jones' face kind of just like went sour, went south. Jerry Jones chuckled about it, and but you could tell he was kind of like, really? And you got Mike McCarthy just chuckling away. Yeah, yeah, I got a job and I don't even know how to do my job. So, I'm just saying. Anyway, I gotta go. I got a phone call, so I'll check y'all later. Okay.